You see that parang knit hat that's for your balls?
What?
Like sack warmer, I think is what it's called.
Sack warmer. That's a good name, though, for it, though. That's not really good. That's a good name.
Keep your balls nice and toasty.
Nice and tucked. Hey everybody, this is the TMG Podcast. This is episode 65, and we are right beside each other. This is a podcast about everything in video games, and this is Carlos, and with me is the usual, Will.
Hello!
And Migoy, or Miggy.
And we just finished playing, or introducing Carlos to the wonders
The
of
Trinity
Magus.
has been completed.
Yes, we played Magus.
The game is finally beaten.
What did you think about it, Carlos? What was your opinion?
Oh, we're going straight to Magus already. Okay. Fine, what's that? Let's not waste time. Yeah, go straight to Magus, our game of the year of last year. No. Yes, I played Magus, and get back to me in a couple of times.
So
It
no
needs
wonder.
time to sit.
It needs
time to sit.
I don't know. Red, blue, green. That's all I can say.
It's Mass Effect, the ending, the
It's
game.
Mass Effect, the ending. It's quite it has very strong strafing ability. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I really don't know what to
really
say.
strong, especially when you do that gotta go fast.
I like the Dragon Ball Z hair, which apparently is DLC.
Yep.
It's probably the strongest helmet in the game.
I like the giant spell.
It had so much more potential than we originally thought.
And apparently, if you go so big,
We were-
you can't go through the doors,
Yeah.
and you have to shrink. Which you have to use another spell to do it to counter. Oh, that's weird. But
You didn't even get to try the levitation spell.
I did not get to try the levitation spell. I was able to try the spell that lets you summon a skinless monster.
Yep.
That was that looked like a skinless
Oh,
monster.
yeah, that was a great. That thing is.
And I was able to combine green and green to make a tornado.
Oh yeah,
that's one thing.
that's an amazing spell.
Yeah, I broke vases or whatever.
Yeah, it's like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I found a chameleon. I found like a guy that was...
Oh, the camouflage on those enemies. They use the same textures.
They use
as
the same...
wall.
Texture as the wall, yeah.
Yeah, some enemies actually had this... Because I didn't see that guy.
I didn't see him either.
When I
until
got super close
I saw
to the guy...
spell you did, which had the red
And
gas
then,
above
he had an
his
effect
face.
of that spell. And then
When you got near, he started moving.
he started moving. And then I summoned my skinless monster, and it
started sexually assaulting him.
Something like that. Some law was broken during that time. But Magus overall, well, I can't judge it. That was just DLC content. I have to play the whole.
You haven't even gone through all the spells.
I gotta go through the girl first. Like I haven't even met the girl.
I don't think we've actually properly talked to that girl either. When we did our playthrough.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering what Magus is, you better just Google that. I'm not gonna explain what that is.
Look for our Let's
Or
Play.
they've played it. They actually played it and finished it.
Well, you finished it, technically.
Well, that's a DLC. Well, kinda, yeah.
You've completed the Magus.
Yes, we all felt the game of the year.
Ages.
And we love it.
And we sort of love it. Yeah, we love it. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty...
Probably dirt cheap now, too.
I'm sure it's dirt cheap. How much did you buy that thing?
It's
for the PS3, by the way. It's not...
PS3 exclusive.
I can't wait. I can't wait if they release a PS4 version.
The remastered version.
HD edition.
Where it's finally 60 FPS.
Director's cut.
Using Unreal 4.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Magus 2.
Director's cut.
You know what? I'd like that.
Pre-order now and you get the Super Saiyan 4 here. Super Saiyan 4.
The black? That's not canon anymore.
Fuck that. Huh? Anyway, yes, that's Magus. Look it up. It's worth your time.
MAGUS.
The intro is worth his time at least.
Worth your time.
The intro is worth the time.
It can put your kids to sleep. The
But,
intro.
yeah, this is episode 65. There's a lot we're going to be mentioning in this episode. For one, we're going to be talking about a specific event that's happening at the end of the month. We'll talk about it in a bit. It's the Game Jam. It's a local event. We're also going to talk about a big event that was happening in the U.S., which is the Awesome Games Done Quick. It should be ending today. We'll talk about how that is actually pretty awesome because that's a yearly thing. And then we're also going to talk about the PS Now because there's new news about that. They've added a subscription-based model for that service, and it's pretty interesting. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But first things first, just like any other episode, impressions. What I'm pointing at.
Oh, well,
no one can see it.
Okay. So,
Will starts first with our daily bonfire.
Well,
impressions.
I do want to talk about one game that but you played it as well, so we'll just wait for you to bring that up.
Why don't you just
no,
join him
go ahead.
now?
Yeah, just go ahead. No.
Oh, okay. Well, we
I'll talk about the other game after this. No.
Yes. So I finished up Murdered Soul Suspect, which I actually bought alongside when I bought your copy over the
Christmas sale.
The Christmas sale, and I had to more or less mirror your thoughts of what you mentioned about it last week. It's basically a game which has like you could just see the potential there, but
it could have been.
It's never realized, you know. It's a pretty decent story. It's not a terrible story, but I wouldn't say it's a great story either.
It just fell flat when I finished it. That's about it. Like when they finally.
It starts up kind of
Yeah.
up there, and then it just goes down slowly.
Because like when I was playing it, when I was talking about it last week, I was like halfway. I was just entering the museum, I think, at that point, and I was liking it at that point. I was like, that's pretty interesting and everything. And then they started putting the whole witch trials side of the story, or whatnot. Yeah, just like Will, I've already finished it and all that. How do you think about it? Like in conclusion, like the gameplay never changed, right? It never really.
The gameplay never really.
It never really even bothered.
It actually kind of only changed at the very last part when you were under a time pressure to do something.
Yeah, and the only change was they have now a timer.
Yeah, that's
the
the
only
only real
difference.
change.
You still have to make a decision.
I just felt I figured out the connections in that case long before Ronan
The main
did in the
character.
game. Yeah. So, I think it could have been slightly better written and revealed in a more. Well, it's hard for me to say because I think it was written well enough, but maybe I just feel it could have been done a lot better.
Well, I think they wrote it pretty well, but I think they wrote it badly. They wrote it to a point that it just. They wrote it so well that they showed that Ronan's a horrible detective. He's just a horrible detective. Because he's just pointing fingers, it's all wrong, and then in the end, it just felt like he could have done it if he was actually a really good detective without the whole ghost powers.
And actually, I think that the game could have been fine without him being a ghost. Honestly, like the whole idea of using mediums, like that would have been kind of cool. Like if you were a living detective, and then he had to like find clues from the past through mediums or something like that. You know, he would have probably made it a bit more of an interesting story, probably even a bit of a creepier story because. You know, the fact that you are a ghost in the game sort of makes all the other ghosts around you not that scary.
Yeah.
Right? But if you were alive... still,
and you could see ghosts.
And then you had to talk to the medium. Yeah, I think that would have had a better impact overall.
If you were a detective, that is a medium. That's about it. That would be pretty cool already.
I don't know what happened. I think Square it was a good idea. Like, I think they had, like, you know, what about if you had to solve your own murder? I mean, that's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool, yeah.
And then just somewhere along the line, I guess it just went off the wrong track, and it became just it's just very mediocre. Like it isn't a terrible game, you know. I wouldn't say it's a bad game because I was able to play through it. I never felt at any point where like, crap, I want to play something else, right?
Mm.
But it just wasn't great in any sense. It was just average, like so average.
Yeah,
but the story again like had so much potential that it's just a pity that it never reached that point.
and I think based on my final time, that was like what a good 7 hours, and that's me looking around.
And yeah, we like the unlocks like there's I got most of them. Like I wasn't missing a lot.
You went through the ghost stories? Did you try those?
I did. I actually made it a point to complete the ghost stories.
Yeah.
But like all the other stuff, like the letters and
Yeah.
like I got most of them, but I couldn't be bothered to go back and try to, complete everything just for a platinum trophy or whatever.
I wasn't kidding when I said there's a lot of crap in this game because I got an achievement where I got 150 collections. I'm like, when?
Wow.
What? When did that happen? I picked up 150 crap, and I don't know. It was just very. Again, I think that's the best way to describe it. It had so much potential.
Well, remember, it was also kind of unfinished because, like, there's that little, when you're kind of putting together clues, like, they have little shields next to them.
Oh yeah, you can't fail that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it for?
Well, apparently it was going to be for an unused aspect where your score would, it's a sort of a scoring system, and you would use that to purchase new ghost abilities and stuff. And I guess that never got implemented, but they kept the scoring system in there for whatever reason. It's kind of useless.
Yeah, because I was like wondering, like, I might see a final score when I finish the game. I never saw a final score because I was wondering what those shields were, and I was just like, I was intentionally messing it up just to see what it goes, but
it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do shit. Yeah, it's part of. It was just a remnant of something that was supposed to be there but wasn't. So, I guess that's also there that the game may have been rushed out a bit too early before it was fully baked.
Yeah, and there was an ability, I think, midway through it. I think when you go through the graveyard section, especially, you get a teleport ability.
Yeah.
And the reason why I mentioned the teleport ability is because right after that specific stage or that specific location, there's no more reason to use a teleport unless you really want to get that damn collectible item or whatever.
Yeah, the only reason to use the teleport past that point was to get collectibles.
Or possess a cat.
You need to teleport to do that. You just possess the cat.
No, I'm saying even the ability to possess the cat, like, you don't really have to do it, but you can.
There was one point where it was sort of required
To jump out the window.
Yeah.
You had to,
The first time you
had
have
to
to
be
do
a cat. There are some parts of the story where you're required to be, but those parts are so linear. Like, it would have been kind of cool if, like, possessing a cat gave you different options on how to complete the level or something.
Yeah, but all we got is a meow.
The meow button.
Yeah, cute.
So possessing cats, not that fun. I would have been cool, like, if you could, like, possess, like, why couldn't you, like, possess, like, somebody and then manipulate him to do something for you, right? Because you have a poltergeist ability where you can make stuff, like, turn on and off. Like, for some reason that's limited only to electronics. Like televisions and radios and things like that.
It can also be. It's not really. I've seen a couple of like glitches in that game. I also want to mention because I've broke the game twice to a point where because they have these stealth elements and everything, and that's where you fight those demons. And somehow I died because you have to find a hiding spot or else you'll die. I died, and once I died, it sent me after that stage where the demons are. So the game essentially thought that I was done with that part. But when that happened, everything in front of me going forward was not loaded. So I was forced to backtrack through that stage all the way to the end just in order to reload it and then do it again. And that was weird. And it happened twice in 2 different locations. And I don't know. Murdered Soul Suspect. It's... How much did you give it to me for again? 120.
Something like that. It was cheap.
It was very cheap.
It was already cheap when it came out.
Yeah, I highly suggest you guys don't get it on PS4 because I went to database recently, like 2,000. Yeah,
it's still 2,000 in database.
Yeah.
It's like when it first came out, it was like 900 for PC, something like that.
No, 1.4, like a regular price. I don't know on 2,000. Maybe it's around 1.8 or something. But even at that point, it feels that even at that point. But yeah, Murder Soul Suspect. I think it's the last time I mention it. Like I might have to because I have no reason to actually revisit it as well.
There's no reason to look at like.
There's actually no replay value.
Yeah,
if you really want to go around and get everything.
If maybe they added an extra parang case after the ending, maybe that would have been okay. But voila, it just ends once you beat the game.
And they don't even bother. Like even like the ending, I won't spoil it. But even the ending, they don't even.
Not much closure.
Well, there's like there's not much like I want to see more after that. There's something like that. Like there's something more after, like something like that.
I felt they didn't play up Ronan's past enough either, because like
It's all in the notes, though.
yeah, it's all in the notes. You read about like, okay, he used to be some bad boy, whatever. Then he became a cop.
And apparently he didn't go through the uniform thing. He just went straight up detective, which is weird. No wonder, because he's dumbass detective. He doesn't know anything.
Like his wife then has like a bunch of collectibles and whatnot.
Yeah. No replay value at all. Anyway, I was mentioning last week that the ghost stories were better, and I was enjoying those ghost stories. I didn't get all of it. I got a couple of towards the end, but even that, I won't bother. I'm just gonna watch it on YouTube. I'm sure someone has someone has collected it, recorded it, and then showed it to.
I also think like the way those stories unlocked was kind of lame. Like it's just basically finding X number of an item.
Yeah.
Of weird items.
Sometimes. It would have been cooler, like if you got to like find clues within the house. It's like, oh, and then you put it together and then the story, something like that. So
and they got lazy at one point. I think I remember the museum. You have to find 15 of that specific story.
Oh,
and
yeah,
there's a big room, and 3 of them were just in that room.
And then the only purpose of the room. That's the only purpose of that room too.
Yeah, I don't even understand. They just threw it in the room. There, find it. Look, open it. Whatever.
They're like, okay, we ran out of hiding. We ran out of hiding places.
Yeah,
3 here for you to find the rest.
And it was just scattered there for no apparent reason, just for the sole fact that there's a lot to pick up. That's it.
Oh, do you know that Wooly and Liam from The Best Friends? That was the last game they tested before they left Square Enix.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when the other 2 played it, they kept blaming their friends.
Oh,
There's so many bugs.
You didn't do your job right. There's a lot of bugs.
I actually didn't find it too buggy, like in my playthrough. But
really,
there are some that are
loads.
clear. Nothing super game breaking.
No, but yeah, he found some that were game breaking actually.
Yeah, because I can fall down the damn world.
You're a ghost. That's what you fall down.
I don't know. Yeah, ghosts. Why can't ghosts just fall down?
Well, you can't go through ghost walls either. So
Ghost
or a ghost boat.
That was broken then. He fell through the ghost.
Is that like
wait,
limbo?
I want to mention this first. My first ever death in Murdered Soul Suspect was from a ghost train.
Yeah, the one ghost train.
Yeah, apparently a ghost train can kill you in Ghost World.
And you forgot that you could teleport.
There's no other reason to do it. Apparently I could. Yeah, I forgot about that.
If you think about it, if you remembered you could teleport, it would make a lot of segments easier. Because you have those floors with the grabby hands.
I didn't.
No, but actually the teleport does not work going over a grabby hands.
Oh, it doesn't?
It
does suck.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
Yeah. Like there's
So what the hell is the point?
It's not. There's nothing. I forgot about it. I literally forgot about it.
Oh man, that's
and
so
that
bad.
train section, I was just forcing Ronan to just do your fucking cardio, man. Just run through that
ghost
shit.
cardio.
You're a ghost and you're still smoking.
Yeah, that too.
He kept the ghost cigarette.
He had a ghost thing yet.
And every time he transitions from one stage to the next. He's always like smoking the same animation. And he's all
Well,
cool.
he kept his fedora and his ghost cigarette. So.
No, but the ghost cigarette never burns out.
Yeah,
I
know. Oh, and I don't want to spoil about that specific scene, that specific crime scene with a statue that broke.
Oh yeah.
It broke, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When it broke, when the cutscene of it breaking, it fell down. You can see the original statues like start to illuminate back. Parang it died and then the ghost came out. The ghost of the statue showed up. I'm not kidding. Like the statue died. It crumbled, and then the ghost so weird.
Ghost statues.
Objects there die. That's what I'm saying. And then they become a ghost, and they became a ghost statue, and then you can't go through.
And then you can't go through that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so
That's
weird.
the true mystery.
Statues.
It's so weird. But that's
And
it.
like, doesn't that game take place in what's that witchy town?
Salem.
Massachusetts.
But it doesn't take place in the real Salem.
I don't know.
Well,
Like, people have done the research and shit.
No, I don't know how much of it is based off historic fact, apart from the fact that there were witch trials there at some point.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But-
nothing.
Apart the layout, is there really a church there? Is whatever? I don't think any of that.
It's about as.
I'm
vague as
actually
it
curious
goes.
to see.
It's the smallest town I've ever seen, by the way.
It is.
And
And it has such a massive police department.
I know.
Well, they're all incompetent, so
They're all incompetent, but they're so overstaffed. They can't find anybody. But that's Murder Soul Suspect.
Actually, I wonder what the residents of the real Salem, Massachusetts would think about that game when they played it.
Yeah.
At least the police force doesn't have to wear diapers.
That's true.
Our
That's a
police
story
force.
for next week.
Yeah, that's a story from next week. But that's Murdered Soul Suspect. Tread lightly if you ever want to bother playing that game.
Yeah, get it cheap.
Get it
Yeah,
cheap.
get it
It's not a terrible game. The story is decent enough, I think.
Missed potential.
That one
Yeah,
playthrough
it's
would be
missed
okay.
potential.
But I wouldn't pay too much for it.
Yeah, especially the next gen versions.
Or
I
actually,
don't
better
see
yet,
a
I didn't even
difference.
know there was a next
There
gen
is.
version. It's probably broken as hell.
if better yet, borrow it from a friend who bought it and
He'll probably give it to you for free.
play it over the weekend. You can finish it over a weekend.
Yeah,
you
on
know?
one sitting for sure.
And,
Or have a good friend like Will to give you amazing ghost stories for free. I mean,
Christmas.
for Christmas. You did give me ghost stories. For
I
free.
did give you Ghost Stories for Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. So for me, aside from Murder Soul Sauce, was I just pretty much when I played, I think I finished it yesterday, and when I sat down, apparently I only had 2 hours left in that game, so I just did it. And then after that, I played a game which anybody who has a PS4, who has a PS Plus, has it. It's the Swapper. It's the game now that's free for PS Plus subscribers for the PS4. I played it for like maybe 3-4 hours, and it's a puzzle platformer, sci-fi puzzle. What are you doing with your phone?
I'm jiggling it around.
Jiggling it. It's a puzzle sci-fi platformer, and essentially the concept is this guy has a device where you can make clones of himself like 4 times, and with a click of a button he can send his subconscious to the other clone, making that clone his real self.
The primary.
The primary.
It reminds me
self.
of that movie where Wolverine and Batman fought with magic.
What? There was a movie like
The
that?
Prestige.
That's exactly what it is. You're playing Prestige over and over again, in a sense. And I don't know what the hell the story is about. It's very weird, but apparently there are stones that are creatures that can send
You're
subconscious.
kind of like on this derelict space station.
Something alien, like an alien setting where like you're alone and something's wrong, people are dead, and you're trying to escape with this girl that seems crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dead Space. In that way.
Yeah, the outfit looks like Dead Space actually, if you think about it. It's a platform. It's a simple platformer, a puzzle platformer, and you pretty much try to find a way to get your real you to the next point or to get a specific object in that room. And you have to be smart with how you use your clones, like how to put that specific clone on that switch
Platform or whatever. Yeah.
or that switch, and then because you can only have 4 alive at a time, and the way to get back your clones is if you merge together, or if they simply die, because apparently there's fall damage and everything. You can somewhat fly there. You can somewhat fly because you can actually make a clone in the air. And then
Swap to it.
and then swap to it, and then make another clone up in the air, and then swap again.
Oh, so you can
Yeah.
keep jumping up.
yeah, and then
essentially.
the previous clones are dying because
Well, basically, your old clones just fall to their death.
yeah, and they just keep going.
Well, they don't have a consciousness, so that's fine.
Because when you aim to shoot your conscience to the next clone, it goes slow mo, so you have time to do when you want to do it. So
Oh, so you
clone,
can shimmy and move. On the way
yeah,
up.
so that's your way of traversing.
What if you miss?
you die. Why would you miss? It's slow mo
Okay, so
already. It's already
there's a
slow mo,
risk.
for Christ's sake. It's a cool game. It's pretty well thought of because there are some puzzles where maybe maybe 5 minutes I'm thinking about it because there are some apparently there's a lot of different light source or colors where
Certain clones will not work here in certain lights.
yeah like the blue light, if there's a blue light emanating on that specific spot, you can't make a clone in that area.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or the red light, you can't shoot your conscience to the clone. So you have to find a way to destroy the light or whatever.
Walk through it or
get your
something.
clone to move that way or what.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So it has really cool mechanics, and the first 3 hours I was able to introduce different ways of doing of using my clones, and I'm really digging it. The story, I just don't know what the hell's going on. All I know are the stones are alive. That's about it, and people are dead.
And people are dead and just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and I'm digging the game. I'm gonna continue it more. Yeah, we'll see. That's what I've been playing. That's what I want to mention first. There's another game I also want to mention, but I'll mention it next week because I'm still playing it. It's Divinity: Original Sin, but I'll save that for next week because that game is long.
That game is the hidden gem of 2014.
Yeah, so I'm gonna really I'm only 15 to 20 hours in. I wanna play more for it before I make an impression. But so that's me. I'm gonna pass it on now to Miggy.
Oh, I got the ball.
You got the ball. You got the video game ball.
And everyone's leaving me.
I'm just getting a drink.
I'm just kidding. I saw Will stand up, so I just wanted to stand up as well.
I'm just gonna talk to you guys all day. Hi, how you doing? So I had another Amiibo adventure.
Amiibo watch.
Fucking 2015.
Part 2?
Part 3.
Part 4 already.
Oh, this is 2015. That's part 2.
Part 1.
No,
2015.
last week. Oh no! You mentioned
no,
games last week.
Christmas.
Yeah. you mentioned GTA. Oh yeah, go. Okay. You did mention games last week.
So yeah, the current, well, not current, the most recent rumor of the quote-unquote discontinued figures. Yeah, like, guys, don't leave. So the Samus and the Fox Amiibo are up next for the discontinued list, apparently.
Oh really? Okay, but you've already got.
I got Seamus already last time, and so
You need a fox.
yeah, I just like straight up got Fox because aside from Fox, which I have now, the only ones I'm missing from the first wave are the internet has called the Holy Trinity, which is the Wii Fit Trainer, Marth, and Villager. And then, as I got that, and I'm like super poor, and I have to feed myself.
Season 2 came
And
out.
no, the very next day, Game One Gadget posted on their Facebook page that they just got Wave 2. And they got...
What are you calling it, Wave 2?
yeah, because they're coming out like every month. So I along with Fox, I bought Zelda and... who's the other? Luigi.
Luigi in his planking pose.
Yeah, on his dick. Like, the stand is on his dick.
Perfect.
Yeah, like a
Yeah, it's really... It's like a wave splash on his dick. Living surfboard.
So what are supposed to be the rare ones of Wave 2?
Yeah, and so I got Luigi and Zelda along with Fox. And Data Blitz posted that they got Luigi, Zelda, and Diddy Kong, which there were no more Diddy Kongs in any of the Pasig area.
Right.
So I'm guessing people are going after him. I don't know, because he's top tier or some shit.
He is.
And then Game One Gadget posted the next day that they got Wave 2, which was also Luigi, Zelda, but instead of Diddy Kong, it was Little Mac. In which I already told you the story about how I missed the Japanese Little Mac.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, fuck. And I went to Green Hills and got the Little Mac.
Oh, by the way, he doesn't have a Wii U.
Yes, I know, which makes
Letting
this
you know.
even sadder.
Yeah.
And like, when I got, it didn't end there. When I went to Green Hills and I got there early, like 11 a.m., where nobody's shopping yet. So I go there and ask the teller lady, "Do you have Little Mac?" Sino yun? Yung boxer na may green na gloves.
Yeah.
Like, ay, nagpa-reserve kayo, sir? Wala. Wala ako yung sinabi. Like, they didn't say that you could reserve. So like, oh no, we only have the one reserved. They're like, but I said that, I asked them on their Facebook if they have any stock, and they said that they still have some. So they went over to their iTech branch in Green Hills, which is just like behind the fucking whatever that hallway is. And they brought me out the Little Mac. So I got a Little Mac, and now I can't eat.
Now you can.
Thank you guys for the McDonald's.
Yeah.
And the barbecues.
And
no
the barbecues,
problem.
thank you. For the dew.
But so I'm assuming Diddy Kong and Little Mac are going to be the chase figures for this movie.
The real chase figures are Captain Falcon and Pit.
I see.
I forget who the other one is.
Wait, did Disney Infinity or Skylanders did it by waves as well?
I think so, or
By
either that
series, they don't call
per
them
game.
Waves, but it's but Disney Infinity, I know they started off with a bunch, and then they had Wave 2,
Then
and
they have 2.0.
and then they had the Marvel one.
Yeah,
right,
the
which is-
2.0.
No, but like for example, they have a game called Swap Force or whatever, Trap Team. Or
Trap
whatever.
Team, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Skylanders.
Trap Team. All the
All
figures
the old
are out.
ones. I think so now.
Like they didn't reserve a half of the Trap Team group.
Well, we didn't follow them, so we don't know.
I know. I'm wondering because then Nintendo's the only one doing
does that
this.
mean like older Skylander figures don't work in the newer?
They do.
They do. Well, even Disney Infinity, because my nephew, I asked him like, does your pirate? I mean, no, sorry, does your Johnny Depp? Does your Johnny Depp
Did he
work?
get the clear crystal white version?
No, he did not.
Because I saw those.
But you can use you can use Johnny Depp on the new one. And
Yeah,
everything.
dude, you can have Queen Elsa fight Spider-Man. I mean, how?
Dude, you can totally do that. It's awesome.
There's an Elsa figure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's also an Anna one, but like, what the hell? He has no powers.
Of course. Dude, Venom's really cool. Anyway. Go. We're going past, we're going...
So yeah, I made a dumb video of me, which you guys should totally watch on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/tmgblog.
Yeah. Plug it in
with a cappella music, too.
Oh yeah, and apparently it's a big hit in the Pinoy Wii U and Smash community.
Big enough hit.
It's getting more views than that Dragon War mouse unboxing.
I've heard something also. This is sort of related, but like what's coming up now is they're having Smash Brothers tournaments, but for Amiibos.
Amiibos only, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I'm
it's
saying.
like Pokemon trading. You know, like people.
That's so cool, though.
People will trade their Amiibos up and
with
then put
the
them in,
maximum AI.
Yeah, and then put them in tournaments.
It's like Dragon Ball.
That's pretty cool, though.
It is.
But is it really... Well, I don't know. We have no Wii U, but is it pretty accurate to, like, when you start training it? Like
Apparently so. Like they actually pick up your attack habits and
From
movements.
what my friend tells me also, like he says he has a Princess Peach amiibo, and he has a Wii U, and he says his Princess Peach is like unbeatable now. Like he can't beat
Yeah,
it.
because imagine like your combos, but with the precision of an AI, where you hit a button and they block.
Oh, God.
Or like no charge sonic booms. Imagine that.
That's actually...
So like once they're level 40 plus, like they become unbeatable for the most part. And then you turn on items and then they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, because picking up an item, like, this is not part of... This is not
You have to
canon.
teach them again, like
Yeah.
you have to do this. And you have to teach them what items to go for and all that. It's pretty robust.
That's actually pretty cool because it's that Amiibo tournament. That's actually
Like
that's
Amiibo
cool.
Cockfights, it's turning out much better than anyone thought.
Amiibo Cockfight. That's the title for this episode.
Amiibo Cup.
Amiibo Cockfight. Wow. I mean, like, go Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong
You'll
is top
throw-
tier, so maybe
You literally throw it to the gamepad, then just there you
it
go.
shows up here like an anime. They fucking throw their crush gear to the wall.
Fucking like, yeah. Oh yeah, this would be like bet. Like the bookies will be taking bets on that.
There's actually a guy with a vest coming with his Pikachu name.
Then the pouches of his Kevlar is all amiibos.
It's
Like Pikachu from his ass, some shit.
That's the only one Pokemon that's an Amiibo right now, right?
is
Yeah,
Pikachu,
right
but,
now.
but
Lucario was, I think he's from Wave 3 or some shit.
Lucario, Charizard, and I guess Mewtwo eventually will become Amiibo.
Yeah, but Lucario was already announced as an amiibo, and apparently Toys R Us have been dropping all the pre-orders because there are just too many to fulfill.
No, we're talking about that. We're talking about Amiibo a lot because believe it or not, as much as Nintendo has joined the party really really late, it's selling a crap load.
And it's different too from like the Skylanders.
Yeah, I actually because my nephew has like all of those damn figures, and I compared the Amiibo, the Skylanders, and the Infinity, and if I rank them based on quality,
The amiibos have more paint.
Amiibo first, Infinity, and then
Skylanders,
To
yeah.
be fair, the the Infinity probably has better QA.
They do.
That's the thing.
But but thanks to Nintendo having horrible QA, we have like what double
We got like double arm Samus. It's
Yeah.
over $2,000.
and
Mouthless
Double
Diddy Kong.
we don't get that kind of like response from like when Infinity had shit or Skylanders.
Nobody cared, I guess.
That's funny and good. That's funny and good press for them if you think about it.
And
Yeah,
with,
but I think that the plus with Amiibos is also the fact that they learn. You
Yeah,
train them.
that too.
they learn like crazy rate. Like they actually pick up whatever
Now
you
the
do.
big question is,
They taunt
is
if you
this
teach them to taunt.
especially when they
Yeah, when you
down-
kill someone and you taunt, they're gonna do that shit.
No, but here's the question though: will that specific figure be like only for Smash Brothers or?
Yeah, I'm guessing because like at the back of the box and
It says-
all their promo images, they have a different posed Mario, right?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like there will be game-specific amiibos, and then like the Hyrule Warriors integration, where if you use the Zelda characters, you get character-specific weapons. But if you use other amiibos, you get like generic items.
I'm
Okay.
sure they'll figure out something where
But
like,
you can backtrack. Like this is my Super Smash Bros. And it's like level 50. I can get a special item. to
Yeah,
this
like it works
Zelda.
with this game, so I get bonus stuff from that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like daily. Like if you scan it every day, you get like rewards and all that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, or like there'll be some. It remains to be seen how Nintendo handles it. But like I can imagine, say for like Star Fox, if you use your Star Fox,
Yeah,
or
especially
Falco
it's going to
amiibos,
come out this year though.
Yeah, then something you'll get some special item, or maybe like I don't know. You could scan like your Mario amiibo, and then Mario will be your co-pilot. I don't know.
Or you get like a free mushroom or something.
Well, imagine this. Fire Emblem, right? You
With
have,
Amiibos.
Your units will be pieces.
no, those units, and if they get a Wii U Fire Emblem game, for example, I know it's only for like 3DS and whatnot at this point, but imagine an RPG with Amiibo stuff, and you level that thing up based on the units and everything, and then it's a long grind for that thing to level up to the max level, and then someone sells it for like a amount of money.
Oh, like,
Hello, Pokemon.
like Diablo.
I know, but I'm saying that's the potential of this. Like, this is data through grinding.
Yo, dude, Nintendo, that's free. Again.
Reggie?
That's money, man.
Reggie?
Think of this as your stuffed crust. Yeah, and apparently
Imagine that.
they're working on card versions of Amiibos now.
Oh, God.
So, like,
Nintendo's going all out.
yeah, instead of lugging your figure, and like it might break in your bag and all that, you can just have a portable version-ish.
Oh, because
Because it's just the chip that
we're
matters.
kids, yeah.
Diba?
We break things.
Yeah, I know. That's why Zelda's fat fingers. It doesn't poke a child's eye.
I'm pretty sure it's also a good opportunity for Nintendo to create Amiibo, accessories like the Amiibo official Nintendo Amiibo display.
Or they can
case.
just...
Or
The
it's-
bag is already available for sale, man.
Oh, really?
And there's nothing special about it. It's just the bag. There's no, like, layers or... It's just an empty-ass bag.
Are they gonna have Sheik? Because Sheik's my Smash Brothers character.
Yeah.
I think she was revealed for
That's gonna be
another
my
wave.
Amiibo.
Wave 3 is gonna have Mega Man. So everyone's gonna jump on that.
I don't know everyone's gonna jump on that. I'm gonna get Sheik though. Like the one person, like no one will get
When
Sheik.
is Bowser coming? That's what I want.
You want Bowser? Oh,
I
you're
think
Bowser.
he's for Wave 3 as well.
Okay, cool. I get my Bowser.
So,
I'm gonna be the only one. that
more or
wants
less, half of the cast is already available.
Sheik. Okay.
And that's awesome. And, like, what if they discover that you can sell alternate colors of the Amiibos?
Oh my God.
That's so fucking
There's so much
easy.
potential in that.
The other
Fire Mario?
But also the other question is like moving forward, like because Smash Brothers obviously has a planned set of Amiibos already for it.
Yeah.
But let's say they come out with another set for a different game, and would you be able to use those Amiibos in Smash? And if so, like how will that...
Probably not, I'm guessing. It's gonna be, like,
Yeah.
either menial rewards or
Yeah, like
no
we mentioned a
integration
while ago,
whatsoever. Because they already announced the games that will work with these sets of Amiibos.
Yeah.
And then the most, I guess, the weirdest of the choice now, because of course the list now is all Nintendo games. They announced that a One Piece game on Wii U will have Amiibo integration.
Because One Piece is One Piece. It's cool.
Yeah, it's Bandai Namco, but
Oh yeah.
diba, like, and what happens is if you scan your Smash Brothers Mario, Luffy wears the Mario outfit and has a fake nose and a mustache.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
and
More
it's
use-
fucking-
more
it's
use to your
third
value.
party. What's the first third party Amiibo integration?
And imagine if you put because like for example Bayonetta 2, if they put Bayonetta 2 integration, you put this.
Yeah, instead of buying
get-
the costumes, but you just scan your Amiibo.
Yeah, why not?
Too bad Bayonetta 3 will never come out.
I know it won't happen again.
Oh, aside from all that Amiibo nonsense, I broke Mega Man X1. Look forward to that.
Yeah, he's gonna put that up because there's a way.
I'll
to
try to
break
get it up
apparently.
on Tuesday when this episode goes up then. 60 FPS, boys, Mega Man X.
All right, let's go to the news.
those
Believe it or not, what's that?
It's making too much noise.
Data Blitz.
No,
I've always
it's-
wondered
it's
what
a-
this box is.
That's Legend of the Five Rings box, but I use it to put the card game in there in glue. Have you heard of that?
Oh no, actually.
Okay, it's a
Well, these are fancy ass cards.
Yeah.
Clear. They're better than that Naruto card.
Well, anyway,
it's a table.
is that Cards Against Humanity?
No,
I
no.
have here Cards Against Humanity.
Damn.
Want to play that for a
Anyway,
video?
that'd be a pretty cool game. Anyway, news. What happened this week? There's a lot. Well, not really a lot, actually. A lot worth mentioning, though. For one, before anything else, before anything international, let's go with straight up local. Because on January 23 up to January 25, we're going to have the Manila Game Jam happening at Ateneo. We're going to be there. We're going to be covering that. We're going to be talking to the people from IGDA again. Awesome people. They invited us, so we're going to check out what they're going to do. Essentially, if no one knows what a game jam is, it's essentially a weekend event where a group of developers, in this case, a group of Filipino developers, gather in a room and they team up, and the objective is to create a game within 48 hours.
And yep, that's the basic.
Yeah, that's then like up. We group together as a team, make a game in 48 hours, and then we'll see the end result.
420 Blaze it.
And that's pretty awesome. Like we've checked out a couple of of these local developers in ESGS. Very talented people. And we can't wait to check out what they can whip out in 48 hours. Probably we're going to be talking to them on the first day on like what they're going to do, conceptualizing,
And
whatever.
on the last, we'll leave them to work on the middle day.
On the second day, we're gonna probably do this podcast on that weekend.
Yeah.
And then
We're gonna check out the finished products.
on the third day, yeah, we're gonna be there. If you guys are there, say hi to the guy roaming around with the camera.
You think our school's gonna be there?
No, well, I hope
They were
they're
there in previous game jams.
Although yeah, I Academy better be there.
I was gonna say.
I know that Benil, Benil and UP are surely there, and I know that Boom Zap Entertainment's going there as well.
Oh,
Well, the Benil, the UP guys were at
ESGS.
ESGS. I'm so scared
so
of saying
close.
it now.
ESGS.
Because I
Even in
you're
text,
fucking
even in chat, you got it wrong.
Fucking it up.
EGSC.
ECGS.
Yeah,
like even it's confusing me now. Like
ESGS.
it's replacing my real memory.
Just say the
Slowly.
real name. Esports and Gaming Summit.
Yeah.
2014.
It still doesn't work for me.
But yeah, the school, the schools are going to join this game jam, and I'm gonna talk to the guys in IGD. I'm not too sure if it's a yearly thing. I'm assuming it's a yearly thing. It's called the Manila Game Jam, and you have to register. It's not like open
Yeah.
to all these people like to watch. And
You have to
everything.
register your spot.
You have to register your spot. And you have to be. I think you have to be a developer, and whatnot. But yeah, we were invited. We're gonna check it out. If you guys are not joining in, or if you guys want to check out what they're gonna whip out, most likely these videos will be up on the first week of February or second week of February, depending on how fast we
Depending
can
on
do
how I
it.
get them
Yeah, how you get it done.
Oh, man.
But yes, we're definitely gonna show you guys what they make up after 48 hours of jamming, quote unquote, and it's gonna be fun.
Have you read the rules for that? Like
No,
past
I
10 p.m. you can't go outside until 8
I'm
p.m.
sure that's at the Neo rules already.
Yeah.
Because that's.
That's curfew.
So
curfew and
we can't stay there past it. We're gonna get locked in.
I know the first day is 5 p.m.
The when it starts.
Yeah,
First
5
day?
p.m. to 10 p.m. and then the rest could be like 10 a.m. whatever, like a full day thing. I don't know.
God, it's gonna
The
be.
nice thing about these game jams is normally, so you'll get a whole wide swath of different results. And sometimes you'll have something that with so much potential that it ends up becoming more of a full product.
Yeah,
So I'm actually hoping we get to see something like that happen.
So, like, what are the base rules for a game jam? Are they given a theme?
Usually it's built around the theme. as far as-
yeah. Like
And
they
they just go nuts with it.
and they go nuts with it. They can do whatever they want. I know that based on the information on the site, there's no computers like stations like set up on the.
You have to
thing.
bring your own.
Bring your own.
Bring your own shit.
I
You
saw
bring your own shit. Like there's only tables and chairs and probably a water dispenser in the corner. I
Do
don't
we
know.
have to register for tickets then if we're going?
Nope,
if
we're
we're
good.
just gonna go.
Oh,
outside?
I assume we're good. Like, they invited us already, so we're gonna check it out. I'll double check with them before the like a week before the event. But we're definitely gonna be there. We're definitely kind of psyched to cover that event. For those that are actually interested in being a game developer, like I don't know, you're some young college folk wanting to make a game or whatever, you can actually go to the site right now or check out the IGDA group for the event. You can register, check it out, or even join, and it's a perfect place for you to actually mingle with some of the developers, some of the studios. It's a perfect place
Yeah,
to
they're
make
really,
connections.
really nice people.
And they're
They
really
can
nice
help you
people.
out.
Yeah,
I'll look up the name of the group.
Yeah, go ahead right now. And they're really cool. They're very talented, especially I still can't shake off that Project CQB. That's a really good game. It's already out, by the way. There's
apparently,
demos out.
what's his name?
Nico.
Nico Tuazon.
Yeah.
Marnell told me that he just showed up all of a sudden. Then he had like a ton of games already made. Then they got him as a speaker for the last event they had and all that.
Yeah.
He just came out like a few months before ESGS. Though
That's
I
awesome.
didn't even know he existed up until then.
That's pretty awesome, though. But that's a local event. We'll have our full coverage of that in around Feb.
Yeah, so the group is IGDA Manila. Just search that and it'll show up.
And then
You can join. Mm-hmm. We're in there. We're not developers. But
Yeah,
we're in there.
I message from time to time. Okay, next up, we have news about the PlayStation Now.
Is it now?
It's not now. It actually is now. January 13th.
It is now.
Or next week.
Not here though.
The now.
Yeah, for those who don't know PlayStation Now, and if you really want to know what is the Now,
It doesn't work in this country.
one, it doesn't work in our country, and two, It has they announced a monthly subscription model where if you pay $20 per month, you have access to like their library, like 100 plus PS3 games for the PS4.
To explain to the people who don't know, PlayStation Now is the streaming service where you can stream games and movies.
Games.
It's basically
just games.
It's basically Sony's what they did with.
It's Sony's way of going backwards compatibility for the PS4.
It's like on live, but on PS4.
It's on live, but Sony.
You stream your video game.
Yep.
And right now, it's only working on certain Bravia models, I think. And
some Sony.
Some TVs.
Yeah, some TVs can work with PlayStation Now, but specifically they've announced the monthly service, like I mentioned, and per month, if you want the monthly thing to have access to their full library, like playing Uncharted 3, Uncharted whatever, God of War, on your PS4 or your TV through streaming, you have to pay $20, or the 3 month period for $45.
And but do we know what the extent of their full library is? Like,
I think they announced their list now.
So, yeah, there's a list there, but it's 100 plus PS3 games.
A lot of
play.
big games are on
Yeah,
there.
play whenever during that subscription. Like I don't know if I'll double check though, but before they had the whole renting, you can play this game for 8 hours, whatnot. It was such a rip off. But I think like if ever you are really considering this might be the way to go. But I think we were talking about this in the break. I think it's a little too steep in terms of the price point. Now this is assuming
still
though.
go down.
Yeah, like we're talking about this assuming that our net is capable of doing the service.
It's
right,
not.
which
Because
is not.
because like just to put a side note, in the Philippines, the PlayStation Now requires 10 Mbps minimum to do this service. So if you can do it, thumbs up. But majority will have a hard time using the service. Now we're going to talk about this, assuming that the net's fine, because we can't blame them. we really can't blame them. Like we can't blame PLDT as a fucking bullshit service.
We can blame PLDT.
We can
We do that every
we
week.
do that every week. That's our daily dose of the PLDT bullshit. Cast.
Fix your bullshit.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, the PlayStation Now, in terms of the price point, what do you guys think? Me and Will, like I mentioned, what we're talking about, it feels a bit too steep.
Well, because I was
still.
comparing it to a World of Warcraft subscription, which is about $15.
Yeah.
Per
Well,
month.
basic, yeah, for MMOs.
It's about $15, and it depends on the person. For me, it is kind of steep. But then I do know friends of mine who have had like subscribing to several MMOs at the same time, and
It adds up.
They're racking up bills of like $40-$60 a month just on subscriptions. So for people like that, I don't see that as being too bad price. But the library has to be solid. Like that's my concern. Like you need a good, solid library of PS3 games. You can't just have like FIFA, 2004 until 2000.
No, from what I'm seeing in the library, like most of the exclusives of PS3 are there.
Okay.
You get God of War Ascension, you'll get Uncharted 1, 2, and 3.
Then they have big games like Batman Arkham City.
Yeah.
They even have fighting games like BlazBlue, Super Street Fighter 4.
They also have Miggy's favorite game. They also have
Magus?
William Dafoe. The William Dafoe.
I keep
Do
forgetting
they
that.
have Magus? That is a good question.
No, that experience is solely ours and ours alone.
Do they have?
But $20, for someone like, for example, let's assume
For
that
1 month,
for 1 month, you think still for you?
I think the $45 for 3 months is okay, but the $20 one I think is a bit steep. Pero like, I'm sure they're still trying to feel the waters out. They could probably go down.
No, but it's going live already on the 13th, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like they're going with that already.
Yeah, but this is still also their first attempt at it, and it could still change. And people are mostly comparing this to the PS Plus subscription price.
Yeah.
Which is why people are also feeling like, oh, it's too expensive.
No,
even though it doesn't fucking work.
Actually,
here.
yeah, that's actually a good point because, like, a lot of people will instantly assume it's really expensive because the people that are majority like considering this have already like a commitment to Sony already, which is the PlayStation Plus.
They probably already own the console, the console.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure there's a big market where like I'm a PS4 owner for the first time and everything, and I haven't explored the exclusives of the PS3. Maybe this is a good choice.
And the games are kind of pricey, for next gen.
It's the kind of prices as well. I'm not too sure because if it's cheaper to buy a PS3 and then play the game, because I'm sure those games are cheap at this point. Getting it for second hand for like an
Or
Uncharted
it could
3.
be free on PS Plus right now, diba? Like they're starting to bring up more big titles.
Or that too,
on
yeah.
PS3.
So I don't know, but like I think it's just too steep as well.
And that's assuming everything works.
We're not talking about
You have to consider that as well.
We're assuming that you can do it. You can use that. We're talking about if it's worth the actual commitment.
I can't even imagine playing a fighting game via a streaming service.
Well, at least everyone will experience the same amount of lag.
That's true.
Except the AI.
Well, and that too. That's the reason why. That's the biggest thing about online. And that's for example, that's the reason why I bought Diablo 3 for the PS4. I just that moment, that slight moment of lag makes you realize that, damn it, I wish it was offline. I wouldn't experience this thing. No matter what, if you have a high, you just might get Sony might get DDoSed by lizards,
by North Koreans,
or by North Koreans. I'm sorry.
DDoS Counter-Strike map.
DDoS. I didn't say DDoS. Yes,
I
those
imagine
things are
DDoS
possible.
and a wave of lizards coming.
The lizards. North Korean lizards, controlled by Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's Korean now.
Is that game out? The Dennis Rodman, Kim Jong-un.
I think that came out before.
I think it's in production still, but I think it kind of held off because the interview's coming.
The interview paved the way.
It paved the way. But yeah, that's PlayStation Now. That's the latest one. What do you guys think? Is it steep? Was that?
Hypothetics aside, it's not going to work here. So we can't say without trying it out.
No. I'm talking about you guys. If assuming that everything works, your net is amazing or whatever.
I'd say if you have the time to play the games, $45 is not so bad. But the 1 month is.
I think it's for me, who already owns a PlayStation 3, and pretty much the games I want to play on it. I don't see any real need for that.
Yeah, if you don't see the need for PS Plus, then
but that's why I'm thinking is there a significant market for it who are willing to pay that price? I don't know if Sony has really done their research in that sense, because as you mentioned, the people who are really talking about it now are not what do you call it? Are people who already own a PlayStation for the most part.
Well, the conversion.
But I don't know. Is that something people will wow over when they're buying a new TV? Hey, you know what? You can play PlayStation games on the TV with no console. Is that something that will?
There might be a market for that. But who knows? Who knows how big it is?
Well,
but then again, OnLive is kind of dead now.
Well,
right?
you do realize that the PlayStation TV came out in the US, right? And they had actually a price drop of $20. They're planning to put a price drop on $20 from $100 to $20. The fact that they're putting a $20 price drop on that device means that they're trying to make it more appealing. Even at $100, it seems like people are not quite jazzed up about it.
I don't think they're marketing, because it's a little bit confusing also the way they're naming everything.
It's not as bad as Nintendo's naming.
Yeah, that's true. But PlayStation Now, PlayStation TV.
And then Sony TVs.
No, the thing is, I don't know. The PlayStation TV, for those who don't know, is
the Vita TV.
It's basically a consoleized Vita. But I think that they can also play PSP games, right?
Yeah.
Anything digital.
Whatever digital library that's on the Vita and PSP. But does the PlayStation Now work on the Vita TV? I think I heard that it doesn't as of now.
I don't know.
So,
but you guys, you as the viewers, what do you guys think about the price tag?
Assuming it works.
Assuming
everything works, I kind of go with Miggy. The 3-month price seems okay. $20 a month.
It's a bit steep.
Would be very dependent.
It's $1,000.
On whether the library is as good as it is. But that's sort of run of the mill for any kind of online service. Look at World of Warcraft. You pay for month by month. It's much more expensive than say you pay for 3 months, 6 months to a year in one go. So maybe what Sony needs to do is introduce price points at 1 month, 3 months, 6 months.
I'm surprised they didn't go for a 1 year subscription plan again.
Yeah. But the thing is,
expensive.
Because think about if they start with the PlayStation Plus, they went backwards, right? They had the half a year and then the full year, I think. Then they introduced the 3 months and then the 1 month after.
Yeah. But we'll see how the reception is once it goes live officially. But that's PlayStation Now. That's the latest update for that service. Just before Gaikai. That was the Gaikai service, right?
Gaikai, yeah,
that was it.
Which actually makes me curious how is streaming in, because Gaikai was already being used in Japan, right?
Yeah.
But then they have godlike internet there.
Yeah, that's true. But what was it being? Whether or not was it? How much was it being used and for what?
I don't know.
I don't know. Like you mentioned, like a couple of minutes ago, like there was a thing called OnLive, and that didn't.
I think it's dead now.
I don't know if Sony's
But I think
market
OnLive
would be
suffered
enough.
because it also didn't have that many games on it, right?
Yeah,
And I think their
for a fan
servers
base
weren't
to
as
support it.
spread out as much.
Well, anyway, let's move on already. PS Now, that's what's going on. Another thing I want to mention, like really quick, because it's still hot. Five Nights at Freddy's is really still hot. People are still playing it.
I'm on fire right now.
Five Nights at Freddy's 3 apparently is
I got
quote
one
unquote,
teaser image.
yeah, quote
With
unquote
the
official.
golden Freddy font.
Was it the golden one or just
It
Freddy?
looked golden to me.
Like, what was the image? Like, I am not
I'm
gone
still
yet.
here.
I'm still here.
I'm still here, and then the file name was FNF3.
That's too easy.
That's too easy to tell. Like, we're making the game. But I want to say though, that this is officially the first of the fastest trilogy ever made.
Man, it's good enough that it didn't all come out in 1 year.
I wish it did.
Yeah, but almost. It almost came out all in 1 year.
I could actually say that the first half was Friday Nights at Freddy 1, and the second half was Five Nights at Freddy 2. Well,
You could say it all came out in the same fiscal year.
yeah, I think it can. But whoever is like interested in Five Nights at Freddy, which is that scary animatronic, how do I explain it? I mean,
I don't know.
for those who don't know,
Horror.
that's a horror game, but it's a horror where you're like standing
You
still.
micromanage, what's that, pizzeria, and you look at
Place.
security cameras and
you're
try
prevent-
not to get killed by the animatronics.
Yeah, that's the
Survival horror, I think.
It's actually
by
surprisingly
raw
really good.
definition.
It
I'm
has
actually surprised we haven't seen many copycat games yet for.
Friday Nights.
Yeah.
The developers making them faster than the clones.
yeah, that's what's happening.
Did you see the article where Flappy Bird is apparently like 20 codes or less? 20 lines of codes or less
I wouldn't
the game.
I wouldn't be surprised, and they earn a lot of money from that.
Yep.
Well, yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's coming out. Wow,
Probably next month.
trilogy, my friend.
So fast.
Instant trilogy. Moving up really quick. There's another event I want to talk about. I think it's done already. Once you guys are checking out this episode, it's the Awesome Games Done Quick. And for those who don't know what that is, it's a yearly event from AGDQ group, and it's all
Speedrun.
It's all speedrunners, gamers who actually try to finish a game as fast as possible, either from breaking the game or doing it legit. They do it as fast as possible, and we're talking about really like games that are supposed to be ending in like 10 hours. They're doing it in 2 hours, or like a game that's like 15, they finish in 30 minutes. It's very entertaining to watch, and every year they make every year they have a week-long event where I think it's 24/7. You see speedruns of different kinds of games from previous generations, from SNES to PC to
Old
current
games
ones,
too.
modern.
Like current ones, like they did Transistor for this year.
Yeah, they did Transistor. They have a range, good variety of games from past, future, and what's modern right now. And the whole goal is to raise money for cancer prevention and research. And every year, they always dish out, I don't know, hundreds and thousands of dollars for that fund or for that charity. And what was it? What was the final count? The last time we checked,
670,000 plus.
670,000 plus, which it sounds amazing once you're hearing it right now. But I remember last year they were close to 1 million. Last year, and I think last year they had a much bigger lineup. But I think the only difference right now is the fact that I think they have multiple channels streaming at the same time.
Now,
There's an English version, there's a French version.
Oh, shit.
They're covering every foreign language or whatever, and that's pretty awesome. And your TV's dead.
Somebody mute that. It's
muted already.
it's gonna play airplane sounds.
But I wanted to mention that really quick because if you guys missed out, it's very entertaining. I don't know if you guys watch it. I watch it every year. It's a lot of fun. I like seeing really my famous games get broken down. Like I like watching the
I do enjoy seeing
Crash Bandicoot getting ripped apart with
I
all
do
those
really
bugs.
enjoy seeing all the glitches they use to speed.
Oh
through
yeah,
stuff.
like the progress bugs.
Yeah,
Stuff like that. It's really
if
cool.
you can actually finish the Ocarina of Time in 30 minutes. You can actually do that. in the
And
original
and
one.
most of those 30 minutes is just the intro. Cause
you have
to get to the Deku tree.
Yeah, the Deku tree.
you
There's something to
glitch.
do with the door, and then you go
You glitch through the game and end up in the
in the
Hyrule Castle
fight.
at the end.
The final fight, and you have like all that you need already.
You don't even have a sword. You can go to the final boss.
Oh, okay. But that's what happened. It's pretty cool. I like enjoying it. And I want to mention it because it's still a great cause. It's like they dish out a lot of money for cancer research,
And they play all kinds of games, like the old ones, the new ones. They even play mods. Like they did the Super Mario World mod, which is crazy.
it's also educational for those who are like wanting to see like those like really classic games, because there's a lot of games where I did not know. Like for example, the one I was mentioning a while ago, the William Shatner Tech War. I didn't know what the fuck that was, but they finished it in like 30 minutes. It's a 9-hour game apparently.
I remember seeing the Punch Out one from I think 2013,
Okay.
where they showed like which hand to punch him with and how many times, so you can get the AI to do this and to do that. Usually when you play the game, you punch him alternatively, right?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that because apparently it changes the code of the AI or something like that.
Oh, in a sense that
Like
the
you can
AI
get him to
learned.
fall at this number of punches if you use like only 5 rights, 1 left, 1 stomach, 1 and all a bunch of that.
And they figure that out through just playing the game like constantly, or I don't know, looking at the code.
Looking at the code sometimes.
Looking at the code, yeah.
Like each game has a community and like they all dig through. Because like you can do that now with emulators and all that.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier. It's cool that they still do that with the legit cards though sometimes.
Yeah, the actual cards.
Like what's the most the one of the more interesting ones for this year is they got Pokemon plays Twitch.
yeah.
Where essentially they got a Super Nintendo with the Super Game Boy cart. They pop in a copy of Pokemon Red, and through the controller port feed in Twitch chat into the game
Yeah.
in real time.
And
So
and they see they're like,
You
what?
can
What's going
you
on?
can do that now.
Yeah. But essentially, don't like when you guys actually watch it for the first time. Don't think that they're cheating the game. The whole point
They
was
do all manners of
yeah, legit,
do all-
non-legit.
broken.
Yeah.
With the machine
everything.
assisted.
But you
Yeah,
always have
dual
to you
assisted
have to just understand that they're trying to finish it as fast as possible. That's the idea.
Yeah, imagine each type of speedrun is a different category.
Yeah.
You have your broken any percent, your 100% broken, 100% legit, and all that, etc.
And I think like, for example, Super Mario 64 getting all the stars. I think someone did it in like 3 hours or 2 hours. Like
And then there's parang you only meet the minimum requirement of stars, and they beat in like 30 minutes.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or like they glitch to the final boss.
It's an awesome treat. It's also pretty educational if you want to see those really classic games. If you've never played it.
The precision lang with some players it's really a different thing to watch.
Yeah, especially like when I think I watched the Dust Elysian Tale speedrun.
Wow.
There was, and he was just backdashing, forward dashing all the way through the game because he was doing it because the walking animation was so
It's
slow.
faster now than
It was faster, so
It's like Symphony of the Night.
yeah. But those kinds of methods, just to get that extra second, extra minute, that's what they do.
Or like last year's Mega Man X2 where they had 4 players race to finish.
Yeah, they have those too.
And they were
races.
doing the tricks where you have to hit the boss at this frame and you can kill him in like 2 seconds or something like that. Or if you miss it, you have to fight him legit. Or they
miss that opportunity.
They parang break the dash boots
Yeah.
by dashing, shooting a charge out, and then giving you another dash
Yeah.
and all that nonsense. And like the ones now, like I watched the Sonic Heroes broken speedrun
Oh, I missed that actually.
where they get one of the characters to fall, and as they're falling and your character is infinitely bouncing on top, it's pushing the character to the end of the stage on the floor. Then you essentially slingshot yourself to the end and all that. It's amazing.
But if it's already over, if you guys are already listening to this podcast, but you can go to the Awesome Games Done Quick website. You guys can check it out. It's all recorded. It's on Twitch.
Yeah,
like, Twitch is
they all
recorded.
archive that.
They all
Or you can
archive
just
it.
look it up on YouTube maybe. Some
Yeah, I
people
can
are
do that.
already uploading them
Yeah.
now.
I kind of miss the Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 1 speedrun, which I want to watch. But that's Awesome Games Done Quick. Awesome community. Very awesome community. I love watching them every year. Moving on. Oh, crap. I didn't even mention this, though. I'll mention it now. I wanted to segue with PS Now, but I kind of missed it. PS4 sales was announced, because Sony likes being the first one ever to announce their sales. They are now at 18.5 million sales for the PlayStation 4.
And me and Will are not part of that.
Yeah.
Still.
I'm part of it.
You and Harley are part of it.
You guys and China are not part of it.
Who?
China.
The wrestler?
No, the country. The country doesn't have PS4s yet. I'm sure they have smuggled PS4s, but officially they don't have any. But they're at 18.5 million, and people are saying that's combined the Wii U and Xbox One in sales. I don't know.
Oh, that's mean.
But that's not official, though. But Sony officially mentioned 18.5 million, and there are actually 10 million PS Plus subscribers
It's awesome.
registered. And
I'm a subscriber.
I'm a subscriber. Well, are you actually a subscriber?
No, I'm not.
But Will buys every game that we get on PS Plus.
Doesn't matter anymore then. But that's pretty cool. I don't want to talk about, because we've talked about sales for a long time already. Like, it's the same old deal. PS4 is still leading, whatever.
At least the Wii U outsold all the consoles for this month.
You think?
I saw an article about that
Good.
for this month, so yeah.
I like that.
Amiibos.
Amiibos, man. Amiibos. No, Smash Brothers.
Reggie.
Reggie.
That stuffed crust.
Let's stuff Chris Reggie. But I think that's about the news. But I want to mention a quick about some specific betas if anybody's interested for the PS4 users. There's going to be a PlanetSide 2 beta going on live on Jan 20. So you guys have to start downloading if ever. I'm not too sure when it'll download, but PlanetSide 2 is definitely coming. And for the Xbox One people, if you're interested in MOBA, Smite will have a beta.
Oh, the third-person MOBA?
Yeah, third person.
one,
The registration for that is already open, so that's going to happen very soon. So you guys go and register and do that, as well as the one for. Actually, no, I want to mention it's actually happening today. the one with Evolve. There's a stress test happening for PS4, but I won't mention it because it's already over. But yeah, that's it for the news, though. That's what's going on. That's what's worth mentioning at this point. Let's go straight to the topic that we want to talk about.
We heard a spicy rumor, though.
What's spicy rumor?
From France. That apparently...
From Paris?
Yeah. Apparently Sunset Overdrive might be getting a PC version.
We knew that.
Because it leaked on Amazon.
I think it was from some foreign Amazon, basically. It popped up on there and then it was taken down. And then people started asking questions. And then they announced that, oh, it was just a mistake.
That's an ultra-specific mistake.
Exactly what I think.
It's an ultra specific.
Like every other mistake that they've had before.
It always comes, like you mentioned, it always comes from France or something.
Or some like European country.
Yeah.
What comes from
They
France.
think like, oh, these white people can't understand this. But oh wait, we also have white people.
But Sunset Overdrive, the Xbox One exclusive, will not be an Xbox One exclusive, just like
It might not be.
If
Unconfirmed,
If
but
that happens, then that's a big thing, because that leaves Xbox One with what? Halo?
Killer Instinct.
KI and Halo, yeah.
I'm still saying if KI
Dead
makes it
Rising
to PC,
3 is already in PC. That Rome game.
Rise, Son of
already
Rome,
PC.
is already in PC. Tomb Raider might come out on everything after.
Yeah, Tomb Raider will
Yeah, because
definitely...
they're still saying that it's not official.
It might be a time to just
Are you checking updates for all your games?
do you not
Yeah,
don't boot up Nami Boy.
I'm just checking for updates.
But there, I consider that as a really bad info. I mean, for bad news for Xbox. Because seriously, I think Xbox needs a lot of
Again,
exclusives.
it's a rumor. Don't. We could be completely
Yes,
wrong
it's a
about
rumor, but there's a big chance.
That's a really specific rumor.
And that's a big chance. I don't know. I'm saying big chance because I really want to play that game, but not to the point where I have to buy a console to do it. Because I can't do that twice. But there, that's it for the news for this episode. Let's go straight up to the big topic for the week, and that is
The Pope's coming next week. Hooray.
that's not it.
We'll talk about the Pope next
We'll
week.
talk about the Pope next week. We'll talk about
Adult
something
diapers next week.
regarding I don't know.
Well, we do it all the time. I mean,
We talk
we're
about
we're
adult
part-
diapers all the
No, the topic to this week is we're part of it. Honestly,
YouTube, no, but more specifically, Let's Plays. Let's Plays,
The good, the bad, the PewDiePie.
the good, the bad, the PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
What's the best description of Let's Plays?
PewDiePie.
it's
PewDiePie. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. If no one knows
If
PewDiePie,
it's
you
not
weren't-
maybe the
you weren't-
best, but it's the biggest for sure.
What's decent number? Okay,
He's the highest subscribed YouTuber
ever. Let's Plays. The best definition is it's someone pretty much playing a game, what's it?
It could be with commentary or without, but so somebody else playing a game
And then you're
you
watching
watching it.
Yeah, that's a Let's Play, and that has blown up in YouTube and even Twitch, because, live stream Let's Plays.
I would say it started more on
No,
Twitch, for me at least.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
okay,
for
or
me.
just on TV.
And then
yeah.
PewDiePie
happened.
happened.
But yeah, there's a lot of that in YouTube. If you guys just check YouTube, there's a lot of people playing Minecraft. There's a lot of people playing scary games.
Minecraft is, I think, the highest.
Dude,
watched
Minecraft, I
LP
think,
fan.
is like the forerunner for YouTube, because there's so many
Still.
and the
And
reason
Happy
why
Wheels.
I want to mention YouTube and Let's Plays in specific, for that matter, is because I read a couple of articles saying that how big Let's Play has become for YouTube in terms of like revenues and like viewers, and at the same time how it's technically not illegal. It's technically illegal if the company wants to stop it.
It's gray.
It's a gray
Very
area.
gray.
But of course, they're not touching the Let's Plays because companies like that. That's good. That's good.
PR
Free
for
promotion.
them.
yeah. But some games.
Well, no, but I've heard the horror stories, especially I think Jim Sterling had a very bad experience with that, where he kind of bashed one of those early access, not the early access game, but one of those Steam Greenlight games. And then,
Oh, yeah,
and then
I heard about that.
The developer went
first
after
person
him.
one.
Yeah,
He went
Also,
after him?
Total Biscuit also had that issue.
and yes, Total
Where
Biscuit
essentially,
also had that
long story
issue.
short, they played the parang pre-alpha of this game, didn't like it, so they talked bad about it. Then the creator of the game got butthurt, filed for a copyright of their video, and got their account
Yeah, and
flagged or striked.
Even Angry
for
Joe,
it.
that happened to Angry Joe with Capcom.
Oh god, but that's Capcom. They can't even handle that themselves.
That's Angry Joe being Angry Joe. Really.
Capcom flagged Maximilian at some point, and they didn't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Whoops.
that's the YouTube robot at work. But the whole Total Biscuit Jim Sterling thing, that was a, like, I'd say personal attack.
That was against them as
As doing their jobs in
Yeah.
a sense. No, but going back though, the reason why I mentioned it, the reason why I want to do this whole topic is in terms of revenue, in terms of like it being illegal and all that. There's so much. There's a lot of people are talking about it, and there's so much potential for this this kind of medium or this kind of way of I don't know, expressing or showing a game. I see it a lot in kids, and I see a generation where they don't understand reviews; they just understand Let's Plays in a sense. Because in my perspective, my nephew, he watches a crap load of Let's Plays. People playing Slenderman, Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yes, but
Minecraft.
Does it make him want to buy the game and play it himself, or what's his
He
reaction to that?
he loves Minecraft. He loves Five Nights at Freddy's. He loves that specific Let's Player. He's a fan of that Let's Player. He loves Five
So
Nights
he
at
loves
Freddy's.
the personality that's playing the game, and not necessarily the game.
No, he
itself.
likes the game as well.
Yeah, but
okay.
because of the personality that's playing the game.
That I have to ask specifically.
That's what
because-
I'm guessing now. But,
Because he was introduced in Minecraft, and then when he was checking out things on how to do stuff in Minecraft, I remember
he
this.
found an LPer.
He found the LP and he was watching it constantly. And then he heard Five Nights at Freddy from an LP, I think.
And then he liked the game because the LPer
Yeah.
likes the game.
Well, I mean, how is that? You can't. I don't see it very. You can't really paint that in any negative light. I mean,
No, it's not, but I'm saying that it's another medium where it can kind of overwrite the ones we're used to as a different generation.
It's basically it's replacing television for like today's generation for a lot of kids.
Like print is like no one reads magazines anymore for reviews now. You know,
Yes.
for the most part. Although there are still video game magazines that are printed, like I don't know many people who still buy them,
Or either that, or they've gone also digital.
or they've gone digital as well.
I had an uncle who called me up because he didn't understand what his daughter was asking, and maybe I knew that because I make videos and I do it for video games, right?
You do the video games.
Yeah, I talked to him. I talked to the daughter, and she wanted to do a commentary and do the whole Let's Playing, and she was 7. And I was like, how do I do this? So I explained it to her, and like, can you do it for me? Like,
Technically, I can.
technically I can, but you're gonna ask me to like, that's a lot of work. Because that's a lot of work.
It is
Like,
a lot
Let's
of
Play's
work.
a lot of work. And because they assume that like,
They assume it's easy.
it's
Yeah.
really easy.
You know, this is another thing
Well-
that's a little bit concerning, actually, for that kids see this as a viable profession,
Yeah.
right? But in my opinion, it's so crowded.
It's super.
Yeah,
And
it's
that-
oversaturated.
That's why I'm super discouraged to even bother doing it every now and then. I'd rather just, like, for example, like this, like something I'm more in control of. But this one,
That's what I'm here for.
It's like, yeah, it's super crowded. It's super, super crowded.
And, you know, becoming a YouTube personality, there's so much involved in that being successful. And a lot of it is just luck also, I think. You know,
Yeah.
If you get that specific SEO right, that specific time when someone watches it.
Yeah, if you get a hit,
If you
boom.
get, yeah, exactly. And if you get, that's the thing. So, for me, what concerns me is I wouldn't say like if this is really you're passionate about it, do it. But don't count on it on being your primary source of income, as is with Angry Joe, as is with PewDiePie. These guys are outliers.
We'll take note that this was never their, like, I want to be a YouTuber. Like, this was always
they had it was a side. They had a main job, and then when it blew up,
Yeah.
and they found out that they were earning more
from
their
their
actual job.
So they spend more time. Like we're also like live streamers and YouTubers. I've already seen where like Dance Gaming, Man vs. Game, PewDiePie, whatever, all those Let's Players, all those live Let's Players, they had a job before, but they have grown to a point where after like maybe 2-3 years down the line, they found like, I'm earning more. I can just actually quit my full-time job.
And like they have a reason to put more time.
Yeah.
Their,
And that's
doing
actually
it better.
one reason why I kind of have a lot of respect for Maximilian, because he still has a day job.
well, now
And
Oh, really? Okay.
well, from what he said, he doesn't have any intention of leaving it.
no, he got a gig with
With
Killer
Killer
Instinct
Instinct guys,
as
yeah.
a story video editor guy.
But that's still a day job. That's still a proper job in my book. You
Yeah.
know? It's and Max makes a ton of money from his videos, and
Especially since he made the jump to Twitch as well.
his Twitch donations. If you watch one donation stream, he'll make $1,000, $2,000.
Oh, did you see his birthday stream? That was crazy.
That was crazy. Yeah,
One guy gave him $500
for
for showing off his dog.
and Street
He
Fighter.
dressed up Benny in like a jean jacket and had him spin around. Somebody gave him $500.
That is a new television, by the way, guys. That's literally entertainment. Because I shit you not, those kinds of entertainment, those Let's Plays, live streaming from Twitch, those are actual threats for real television.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, some reality show or some series that you like watching. There's kids love watching Let's Plays. I actually enjoy sometimes some of these personalities. Like, this is a true, legit form of entertainment already at this point. And it grants a lot of revenue for YouTube, for Twitch, and it doesn't seem like it's stopping anytime soon unless the companies
And actually,
themselves
we're
want
even
it to
seeing
stop.
it being more integrated now into PS4 has a share button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Right.
Has a
PS4
live
has a
streaming
button
feature.
specifically for that shit. The
Right.
share button.
And Xbox Live, I think, has Twitch. Xbox One, I think.
Xbox One has
Xbox
command
One.
for it.
Yeah.
Which is like a million tabs below.
But the fact is, it's being integrated directly into the hardware now. You know, the workarounds are not necessary anymore to put up a stream.
Yeah, and don't forget, like Amazon is trying to get in on this by buying Twitch.
Yeah, Amazon is going to get on it, and it's a smart move. Honestly, it's a lot of money to be made. I don't know what if Twitch. Actually, I don't know how Twitch makes money.
Ads.
Ads.
It's
AdSense.
ads. Not,
Yeah.
Just
The minute,
ads.
the second, if you
Ads
don't have,
and the partner program.
if you don't have any, just like in YouTube, if you don't have an ad blocker, the second it starts, you'll get an ad. So,
Or like in between streams, they play ads.
yeah, in between streams as well.
And you know,
YouTube pa nga, like, if it's
I think the partner program where people donate, I think they get a cut of that, maybe like $1 or something.
Yeah, and the subscription model, for example, for Twitch is like $5 per
4 to 5, I think.
4 to 5.
There's also
and I know the one who the personality gets half of that, and Twitch gets the other half.
there's a subscriber feature then on Twitch too, where you pay like $4 a month,
And there's also a turbo version for Twitch, which
is ad free and all that. But you have
Yeah.
to subscribe to the turbo.
there's a lot of ways of earning from Twitch.
Oh, in terms of like Filipino aspect, Chris Aquino once talked about LPers on whatever show
Yeah,
she
'cause
was on.
his son,
Her
I
kids, her kids watch it.
Yeah,
That my private Benjamin Bimbi,
whatever his name is.
like that's all they don't watch TV anymore.
Yeah, that's the meme. Literally, my nephew, he's 8 years old. He comes back from school, plays a little bit of PlayStation 4, complains about his whatever, whines, whatever, goes to his PC and watch some kind of Let's Play from some person.
But then here's the question: like, he knows what you do, like for the podcast and that we do Let's Plays. Like,
he thinks he's part of the team.
He thinks he's part of the team.
Yeah, I just like okay, whatever.
How old is he?
8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but see,
So that means you can get his Wii U, right? I have a huge smile on my face right now.
I'm not gonna.
Like, you're part of the team, right? You can help us out.
He's part of the. I don't know. He's like. I'm part. I'm the junior, right? I'm like,
If you give me your Wii U, you're a senior.
or whatever. I don't know.
You're an executive producer.
He doesn't understand it though. He doesn't understand how. He thinks it's really easy. Nah, I can write a review.
Well, technically it is easy, but then you
writing
come
a
in terms
review
of quality.
Yeah, writing and again.
Writing a review is just like saying, "I like this game." That's a review already itself. He doesn't. It was hard for me to understand, to make him explain that there are different reasons of like how we have to
Or
explain the game or
that's why.
or
No,
company,
I think the
or
biggest thing that people
industry,
misunderstand is the time
or the
that
time.
you have to put into these.
Yeah, because it's not easy. Like even like you, Miggy, for example.
Yeah,
Like
you
video
imagine
editing.
you have to record, right?
Yeah.
Then you have to check your footage. You have to edit. You have to
Yeah.
upload. Fuck. Yeah, then you have to like rename the video. You have to put in tags. You have to
tags.
schedule.
Because my nephew asked, like, can you help me make a YouTube channel? Like, can you help me make a YouTube channel?
Like he can make his own if you
But
want.
the fact is that he thinks he's part of the team. That desire to be part of the team. Like, he looks up to it. Like,
cute.
It's something he aspires to do.
No, I kind of.
Which you couldn't imagine.
I kind of
like,
actually want to
what,
discourage
5
it.
years ago.
I kind of want to.
Exactly what I said, right? You don't want to encourage it as a dude. You cannot make a living doing this stuff.
Right. No, and
We do it because we love it, and
And
it's
the
a
people who
hobby.
do it as a living, they fully they're expecting that it'll drop like maybe 2 or 3 years from now.
no, I don't know. For me, when it comes to kids, I still prefer if a kid like I want to be a fireman. I want to be a policeman. I want to be a Let's Player. I mean, I don't want that. It sounds wrong to me. It sounds wrong to me. That's why I didn't want to discourage. I kind of want to discourage it and all that. It's pretty cool. Like he's looking up to like this idea of like for TMG and all that. It's pretty cool. But I'd rather him be a kid and have video games as a form of entertainment, not a form of this is what my life is gonna be. When I wanted to be passionate about video games, only happened in college. But like it didn't like I want to be a video game person even as a kid stage. No, it never went away. It became more intricate. It became more deep even in college. So that I can actually do this. That's when I started to realize. Not with an 8-year-old that wants to instead of being a fireman or a policeman or those aspiring
Or businessman.
or
Well, technically you're a businessman.
technically, it's quote unquote. But I don't want to discourage. I kind of want to discourage.
But think about it this way. Like back then, you could say this is the same as someone aspiring to be an actor. Where like for most people, it doesn't happen unless they get a lucky break. But then you can train to be an actor, diba?
You can. There's schools.
Yeah, unlike this one. But like in terms of, I guess the approach is parang. Because think of their personalities, and the people on TV are personality. Like Chris Aquino,
She's not a personality. She's
old.
Yeah, but I guarantee you,
Chris Aquino.
I guarantee you, if Chris Aquino made a YouTube channel and started posting videos,
It's gonna blow up.
it'll blow up for sure.
We hate it, but it's gonna blow up.
That's something you cannot. I think having that sort of charisma is not something you can train for. That's inherent in. Well, I guess train for.
No, here's another thing. If I, for example, encourage this child to be let's make videos together. Let's make a YouTube video. Let's make a Let's Play, and no one watches it.
That's gonna destroy him.
That's discouraging for a child already in itself.
It's
Might as
discouraging
well-
as a grown man.
And how am I going to train him to get better? What? Improve his personality? Or improve his editing? Well, my editing? He won't do it himself. No, but you know what I mean, right? It's harder to it's not like, you're a soccer man. You get better eventually. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
You lost because you didn't train hard enough. You can train more. But in terms of Let's Plays, you can't really... You're going to ask the child or him helping, whoever's helping that child to manipulate the market, manipulate the viewers in a way, like upping it to use our SEO. Or there's so many ways of finding a way to make it big, because the YouTube right now, or Twitch, is so oversaturated that it's so hard.
It's
You're
so
like
hard.
a blimp in that damn world right now at this point. Not like where PewDiePie, he was on the brink, he was on the start of it,
Yeah, it was at the start.
and now he is number one in everything.
For screaming at scary games.
For screaming.
Essentially.
He earns what, 3 million?
Something like that.
And we're talking about he's a Let's Player, PewDiePie, and he is the biggest. He's the one with the most subscribers ever on YouTube. He beats all the actors, all the actresses who have subscribers and all that. And he plays just video games all day.
Well, he does more stuff now.
No,
but essentially...
But essentially, that's his concept.
But I think you're not giving him the credit. I mean, that guy uploads a lot, like every day.
a lot. Then he does other things with other groups.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
And he does charity and all that.
Yep.
so it built up from being a Let's Player, really. So yeah, but I guess, but that can be like anything, other thing in life. Like you do one thing well, or you get into something early on that opens up opportunities for you.
Yeah, use it as like a stepping stone.
But the thing is, you can't count on that happening. You can't say like, oh, I'm going to be a Let's Player and end up like PewDiePie. A lot of lucky things happen to him for him to get to where he is. And I'm not discounting his hard work. Like he obviously worked very hard to get where he is. But to say that it's work hard enough and you'll get there. In this industry, at least in this medium, I don't think is a valid statement yet.
Yeah.
You can work your ass off, and you can be the best editing. You can have like the best commentary, the most in-depth commentary on something.
The most manly voice ever.
But if no one watches...
But if no one watches it, and how do you filter yourself from everyone else, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
You need to find your niche if you can, but then that's also
becoming
vague.
a very smaller thing. Like you say, oh, I'm just going to do horror games. Well, there's so many channels that just do horror games.
That's what everyone does now.
Or like I'll just do Flight Simulator. Why do people do this?
Okay, let's shift gears though. What about Let's Plays in a sense of it
Reviews?
it replacing reviews in a sense, or previews, because Let's Plays in itself is a review and a preview because it has commentary.
I think this game journalism. Oh god, I mean,
because
I've mentioned this before that I'm not very confident in just seeing like IGN or GameSpot or any one like particular review. Like I tend to try to look at the Metacritic because I feel that's a better average overall.
You think?
Like the user reviews?
Not just that.
So was
Because
that.
the user reviews are dumb sometimes.
They're just flat out dumb.
They just swing from like
Perfect
10 out of
10
10
to
to
0.
0 out of 10, right? There's never any in between.
There's no in between.
The Metacritic,
I've never seen 3.
like you know how IGN gets blasted all the time for taking advertising money and all that. So part of me also feels that you can't really trust reviewers entirely, but
don't trust them.
I find Metacritic is a good basis to say like, okay, this game has a pretty decent score. I'm kind of interested in what it is. So what's my next step now? I'll take a look at the Let's Play, or
That's your process.
that's sort of my process, right? Like, or I could look at a Let's Play first and say, hey, this game looks
cool.
interesting.
Then you check it
Then I
out.
check the Metacritic. It's like, oh, but it's only got like a 50%, and I read the reasons why there. But at the end of the day, I'm still more inclined to believe, say, Total Biscuit over reading a review, right? Like if Total Biscuit says, hey, this game's pretty fun, I'm more inclined to want to play it myself than if I just read a review and said like, oh, this game's pretty good, And even if the review is and like is contradicting, like I've seen that. Like there's one game, The Last Federation. I think Total Biscuit has actually listed as one of his favorite games for 2014. But if you check the Metacritic for it, it's
Go ahead. I'm taking a picture of the mics. I'm sorry.
it's actually not that high. It's in sort of the 60s area. So, but for me, I'd still rather check it out because Total Biscuit likes it, and I know his taste in games because I've seen what he plays.
It's personal preference as well, like
Right.
the scores.
And I remember Total Biscuit actually. funny thing about that guy is like he started off
As a comment,
as a radio DJ for World of Warcraft.
What?
really?
On WoW Radio.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That was okay. I didn't know that.
That is my earliest memory of him, actually.
The cynical Brit.
Before he got married, then he moved.
He's married?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's married.
Well, I have no
Doesn't he
idea.
have a daughter or something?
I don't know if he has a daughter or not, but he yeah. I remember back in the early mid 2000s, I guess, when I was still heavy into World of Warcraft. WoW Radio was online streaming station, and he was a DJ on there, and I remember that pretty well because I listened to it pretty much. All
He's
the
got a
time.
sexy voice.
He's got a sexy British
He
voice.
does have a
and
sexy
he really
voice.
sounded like an asshole, you know, like
He's a cynical Brit.
yeah. But,
You know, my first ever introduction of Total Biscuit is I watched a live demonstration of a raid in WoW,
and he was
and he was commentating and asking the raider, "What the fuck are you doing? What exactly are you? Why are you there? And then what we have to do at this point in time to survive this boss fight?" And that's how he was doing. Like he was like trying to explain like what's going on. And I thought he was an asshole because he was like bothering the hell out of this guy, and he's a healer. And, and you know how stressful
no,
that
but
is.
see, that's why his start was really in World of Warcraft. And then
Yeah.
somehow from there,
It branched out to
he branched out to other games.
the Games Network and a bunch of other Polaris. No.
And he's even been on you know how Will Wheaton has his like board game show.
Yes.
He was actually invited. I saw him once there on that too, playing with Will Wheaton and his buddies. So,
But their game, I don't know.
but so yeah, I mean, it's like for us, like I feel again, like I feel they are replacing, or they are not so replacing entirely, but they're supplementing reviews now. To a point when.
Well, I just assume that like the ones who are watching the Let's Plays, they are part of their community.
Yeah.
And if they're like an avid watcher of that specific personality, that specific person, they'll get a full review of that game because of him, right? And you're watching because you're so into that personality. Me, as much as I like certain people, I do not watch them all throughout. I've never watched a Let's Play or even a playthrough from start to finish. I have never done that. I've got snippets of a specific game and like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And then I think I'm also the same boat as Will, where okay, I'll check out the reviews of these games. So in that aspect, Let's Plays may not be a replacement for reviews and previews as much as it does kind of get both of those elements.
Yeah.
It's like more like a stepping stone
I just feel Let's Plays though
for letting you know about a specific game and then getting a full on.
It's a better way to get an initial impression.
Yeah,
I'd say.
getting your feet wet with that game, and then going on to the specific like down to the detail on why this game is good.
Let's Plays also feel a bit more honest to me sometimes.
Yeah,
like in the sense that there's like again like you have the IGNs with their like big corporate sponsors and whatever, and then the Let's Play feels like more closer to what a real user review would be rather than those 10 out of 10, 0 out of 10.
Well, IGN.
Well, you know, IGN is also starting to do Let's Plays now.
Well, fuck
So
them.
even they know.
Yeah.
And like for us, we could spend like how many man hours working on a 5-minute review, and it won't get as many views as say farting around in Magus.
Well, Magus is Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about
But, like,
Magus is also that so few people have actually played it that we're one of the few people with
I think we're the only
anything-
one with
any-
commentary.
Any footage there is up there for it.
If we search YouTube right now with Magus, are we gonna be there?
There's one where he's just playing the game, and then there's us with commentary. I think.
cool. Oh, you're checking it out right now.
And like if you just look at that game without anything, it looks so dull, right?
It's so awesome.
But yeah, like another thing, like a lot of sites are delving into LPs now, is because you know they get more views. They're easier to make. You edit less, and they get more views than reviews.
No reviews. I've done a couple of reviews. The process is long.
It's long.
and hard.
And that's not even the video version,
Yeah, and I've
where
done.
you have to take into account
the
footage.
writing. Well, even in writing, for example, that takes a while. when I write reviews for the site and everything, I go through every single aspect of that game, write it in a format where
you try
it
to
flows,
though.
and then I have to send it to an editor to make sure it's proofread, because it has to flow in a reader's eyes instead of me just explaining the game. So there's a big process. Whereas in Let's Plays, you're just seeing it in its full entirety.
You dick around.
Yeah, you dick around while you actually play the game. So, I guess they both can like coexist in a way. And
But as in, like, for now, Let's Plays are domineering over reviews.
I think it should be at this point because it's just easier, and it's more personal, more personal.
Or it's more honest.
Or honest, yeah. That's the better word for it. For YouTube, that's the biggest earning category they have in YouTube, and I don't think it'll ever go away because if you check out YouTube right now, they have a category which is gaming.
Yep.
And if you click that,
It's all Minecraft.
it's
Minecraft Minecraft and Happy Wheels.
What is a good game? Happy
People
Wheels.
still play that game. Oh, God.
Who?
Everybody still
PewDiePie.
play that. PewDiePie, Markiplier.
Oh, Markiplier. That's another
all
game
those
my nephew
kids.
watched. Markiplier.
All the kids love the Markiplier.
Yeah, the Markiplier.
He's got a sexy voice, though.
It's a very sad story, apparently. You know, the draw my life crap.
Everybody has a sad story.
I know.
Boogie?
No, everyone.
I don't-
Everyone has a sad drama.
I don't know what's his name.
Oh, really?
Boogie 229. No, his personality. The
Francis.
yeah, Francis, the parang retarded fat guy. We.
But yeah, Let's Plays, do you think it's at its peak now? I think it's not even...
I think it's oversaturated now.
Yeah.
Like, I wish instead of going the Twitch route, we started just with YouTube again.
Well,
that was
I think,
before
I
the
think, I
PewDiePie
think a lot
boom
of
then,
people
yeah.
are realizing, like, they jumped on it, like, thinking, oh, it's cool, and I want to do it too. And I guess now they're also realizing just how much work it is, and also...
It's a lot of work.
And it's more like
Mickey has
proficient now because a lot of capture devices started popping out.
Yeah.
Where before you had to get like the little dinky easy cap,
You have to get the CDR King crap.
RCA, USB, whatever thing.
You know, when we tried to do that, the CDR King
That's horrible.
capture card. I can't believe... We were so excited, like, oh my god, 1,000 pesos for a capture card.
Yeah, because they were like it's really expensive before, and then it'd still be RCA. But then you see the difference in quality.
It's super big difference. Mine couldn't even work. No, but yes, Mickey does our videos for the site, and you can attest that it takes a lot of
It
work.
takes a lot of time.
Like, you've done a lot of Let's Plays. Like, most of the Let's Plays are you, actually.
Most of them are garbage too.
But it takes a while. But the editing process...
It's mostly, I think, the upload for us because we live in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And the internet speed here is less
I remember I was
favorable.
uploading the Alien Isolation one. That took 2 days to upload one part.
Dude,
and I'm already done.
the video where I broke Mega Man X, that's like a 30 megabyte file. It took me an hour.
Really?
Yeah. It's been especially slow
our upload
lately.
speed's like what, 0.80?
No, mine has been stuck at like 0.4 if I'm lucky.
My god. My
PLDT, I think, has the highest for home, which is 0.7 at best. And
got
everyone
0.8.
else, I think Sky is 0.3, Globe is
I felt 0.8.
Smart is 0.1, 0.2. Because people don't understand upload speed here.
No, yeah, I talked to the people in
they
PLDT. Can you improve my upload speed? Download speed? No, upload
No,
speed.
exactly. You have the same conversation, diba? Na,
Yep.
what's your max upload speed? Sir, download speed po namin 3 MB. At, parang, up to. They use that term, up to
Yeah.
3 MB. Like, no, upload speed. Huh?
They don't know there's another way. Like, instead
Like,
of grabbing
we need
from the
to
net, you
send
can also
them data.
That's what upload means. You're sending them to the internet.
They don't
sending shit
understand.
to the internet. Like, just like how you upload photos
Like a
of
photo
Instagram.
or a video
You're
or
using
an
the
email.
0.8
Yeah.
to do that shit. And, yeah, that's horrible. But enough of, like, PLDT bullshit. That's our second time. I think.
Yep, for this episode.
Yeah,
We've
that's our
gone
second
over
time.
quota.
We've gone over the quota. We're just so mad.
No, but then, like, the YouTube as a job thing. Like, I've heard, like, you say you don't watch full LPs.
I can't. I've never done it.
Me, I used to watch a lot of Game Grumps before. Like, I needed my daily dose while I'm slaving at work. But now, I just watch the best friends. Like, I need my daily dose of best friends.
I think
Because I watch it for them.
Yeah.
And I've heard all their stories na rin na 3 of them used to be testers for Square Enix and Eidos. And yun nga, the last game for Wooly and Liam were murdered soul suspect. before
game
they,
we were
before
talking
they
about a while ago.
quit and started doing YouTube full time.
Yeah.
And that's a team of 4 guys in one account in Canada.
In Canada.
And yun, Pat, the angry guy who went to Japan like last October, used to be a grocery bagger.
Hmm.
And like, they got lucky with the machinima thing that they had first before the two best friends play. Then they eventually started doing their own. And then, now it's one account for 4 guys.
That's wild. That's still pretty wild. That's still like a lot of people. Like,
Yeah,
and it's not only one person. I'm sure PewDiePie has a lot of people helping him as well.
yeah, but that's still mainly his account, so I'm assuming he gets most of it.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah, but there's also like YouTube channels or like Let's Plays where they have a team, they have a show.
You have channels devoted to like a company sometimes.
Yeah, actually, like one of my favorite. I don't know if you'd call him a Let's Player, but one of my favorite guys to watch is James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd.
Oh yeah,
Who
he's
he's
awesome.
He reviews.
He was one of the OGs.
He reviews like old NES games and specifically
Bad ones.
bad ones.
He's gonna take you back to the past
And
to play the shitty games that suck ass.
That's awesome.
And he had a movie last
he
year.
had a movie. Yeah, he came out. Well, the thing is, he directed it because his background is actually in film.
Yeah.
And what the whole story was, the whole angry video game nerd persona was sort of an experiment for film that he was doing, and it just blew up.
And it got him to
And-
game trailers, I think, or
Yeah,
G4
G4.
for a while.
When it was alive.
Yes.
When it was alive. But now he's got his own channel, and he's got other like shows.
Yeah. Now he's LPing now.
Now
with
he's
his
got like
friend or
yeah,
something
with,
in the couch.
with who's actually the guy who helped him in all his other videos, right?
Was he in the bunny suit that got
Yeah,
shot?
he was the guy. That was him. That was him in the Bugs Bunny suit. He was the Joker.
Oh man,
and
good
stuff
times.
like that. Yeah, but I wanted to bring that up because like I think that's one key part of success is that like that guy found a niche that no one else had touched. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the first back when YouTube wasn't even live.
Yeah,
right?
and now retro Let's Plays is sort of a thing now. Like people do it.
Yeah, like
But-
you got the kids react playing old NES
Yeah.
games that they
React.
don't even know.
The React channel is actually pretty entertaining,
They
especially
have
when
no idea who Sonic is.
I know they actually know Dead Sonic more than Sonic, which is the
There was the kid who had no idea what the hell buttons were on the Game Boy.
that's another topic for another time.
Yeah,
You know,
since we're talking about Let's Plays, like if you want to be successful,
What are the buttons?
you cannot just LP the latest Call of Duty. You know, like
No.
'cause a billion people are going to be doing that. You
A billion people who are better at you at the game.
No, and they're very fast, especially like
yeah,
if they
120 frame per seconds.
they will have that up in like
Like they
seconds.
know the lagged milliseconds of their TVs.
no, exactly. So you got to find a niche, and you just got to like make it yours.
So like, see Boogie, blah 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 blah, whatever his number was.
yeah.
People thought the Francis persona
it
was
was
real.
real, yeah. And then it
It's like
turns
it's
out
convincing.
hey guys, it's Francis.
Then like he just talks shit.
I just got finished watching E3. You know, it sounds
No,
like,
and he found huge success to the point that during the Sony PlayStation 4 launch,
He got flown out. Didn't they sent him one
Sony,
then.
the big execs, were just fans of France. They just sent them over there.
yeah, and the thing about
They also had a
Francis,
skit where they went to his house to
yeah,
shoot something.
and then
Yeah.
even Major Nelson went to his house.
Oh yeah,
for
that's
the
what
live
Major
stream
Nelson.
Yeah,
for Xbox. But see, that guy is a real success story because that guy actually is disabled to the point where he can't really do much else.
because
He
of
has trouble
obesity, right?
walking.
Is it
He has,
obesity?
he has some a very bad obesity problem, right? So, and he's one of those, he has one of those little scooter things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
With the stick.
With the stick, yeah. Like you see him
Like
stand,
Professor
it's-
Zoom in
it's
Flash.
pretty, it's not. I feel bad for him, but he was able to make a living, thankfully, through
The Francis,
video
the
games.
Francis persona.
persona, right? So
If you don't know who that is, just
Just look up Francis
Francis
PS4
gets mad at something,
Yeah. and keep in mind that that's not his real persona.
yeah.
Actually, when he starts talking with his real persona, he's
It's so like
he's the
composed.
nicest guy ever.
Yeah, I know.
He's super composed.
He can tell you a poem and you'll fall in love.
I know. No, and he was so grateful at that time when Sony decided to flow him out.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, I can't flow through the launch. I can't even.
He can't go there
I can't even
himself.
go. No, I can't even go there with a plane. And everything. I'm gonna have some problems. And everything. Like, no, we'll take care of everything. All we want to happen is you to
have
be
him
on the
there.
launch. Yeah, and then he was there, and then of course, that video became a YouTube video, and then it became kind of big.
Francis gets mad at the PS4.
Yes, essentially. But
he's like, "Can I have
found
one and I'll
success.
smash it?" On the video. They're like, "Yeah, all right, sure. We'll give him another one."
I think they gave him 2.
And
One to break and one to use.
Oh, you do realize that when PS4 and Xbox One came out, there were already videos of them of people smashing.
People
They
like
did that
they
last
walk out
time,
to the
then.
store with one and they just open it there and they start destroying.
They did that for last gen.
Yeah.
And you do know that there's a channel where they just blend whatever device that comes out.
Oh yeah.
Blend.
The blend, like, can it blend? That's the question.
Then there's
always.
another channel that's dedicated to shooting things in slow-mo.
YouTube, Fred. That's why entertainment and TV are dead.
Because everybody's doing it.
Yeah, and as long as Grey's Anatomy is alive, it's surviving. And whatever bullshit show that's like 10 seasons up already and everything. Or S.H.I.E.L.D.
Then Netflix is buying all of them now.
And Netflix is buying everything.
Oh, honestly, I think if the TV networks weren't owned by these huge conglomerates, like they
By
would.
old people who don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I think TV would. There'd be definitely more of an impact today than there is. There actually is. But yeah, again, I guess to reiterate, we don't feel that this is a good career path at the moment.
It's not a great career
Yes.
path because based on all people are like talking about like their success stories and all that, they came from like down below,
And most of them got really lucky.
yeah, it's like down on their luck. They had like no other choice. Like, I'll just get a webcam and see what I can do.
Or they use their following from another form and bring it to the YouTube. Like Ego Raptor.
Yeah, it's not.
He brought his-
It's just like in any other like form of creative media or creative job where like in acting,
Entertainment, yeah.
if you can break big, then you break big. Like singing.
Then you bring your audience
band,
somewhere else.
And you bring your audience
So
somewhere.
Chris Aquino, don't you dare make a YouTube channel.
I'm pointing at you.
You're gonna kill the
Pointing at
rainforest.
you.
I think even people who might be famous within look at Gutex.
Oh, Gutex.
Um,
So sad right now.
Huh?
Oh, there's always a success story. Like
No,
with the
but he
sadness.
had a big falling out. Remember the year he retired? Because
Yeah.
it was an issue with Capcom.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
the emo.
So now he's DJing.
No, but he still plays. He still has
Yeah,
excellent
he's still
adventures
with all the fighting game community peeps. The Gutex is cool.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like Gutex would probably not have gotten to where his point of fame now, beyond the fighting game community, because I think he's one of the more recognizable FGC community members to outside community. Like people know Daigo and Justin.
Yeah, he helped bring the community together.
and expose it to the outside, like maybe acting as the face, basically. And YouTube totally helped him out doing that. It was shot Cross Counter TV.
Cross
right?
Counter, yeah, that was their show.
That was that he had interviewed. He really tried to treat it like a proper show. Good for him.
And now Mike Ross is working with Capcom. With Combo Fiend.
With Combo Fiend, yeah.
They're the first ever people to
Combo-
play Street Fighter V
and
officially.
And Combo Fiend is like so buff now. I know.
Capcom, you notice that too, right? He's hella ripped now. What are they doing in Capcom? Mike Ross lost weight. Lost a lot of weight.
Well, anyway, that's
Capcom is secretly a gym. That's why Mega Man is dead.
anyway. That's our little talk about Let's Play. Maybe we'll talk about it more because it's actually pretty broad. You guys as the viewers, what do you guys think? Do you actually watch Let's Plays? Do you actually think it's going to replace or coexist together with the other mediums, which is like reviews?
And where's it gonna go from here? What's
Yeah,
the
we're
future?
going to go from at this point. And I think it has hit its peak. Can it maintain its fame or just go down and just disappear into nothingness? Or I don't know.
Or just go to a more manageable level at some point.
Yeah, we don't. It's very. It was a weird thing that this blew up, but it happened. Like companies are picking up that it's important. PS4 has a button for it.
Yep.
Stuff like that. So, what do you guys think about playing a game and showing it to people in a sense?
No, what we're trying to do with the channel, diba? Like,
Yeah, or YouTube channel. Yeah.
of course, us digging around in games because it's fun, but we're trying to reach out to we're trying to show that we can also put out quality content from the Philippines.
Yeah, that's the
And then
biggest thing
there
too.
are people here also that, we met a lot of great developers at ESGS who we didn't even know were here.
Yeah.
And so, like, we want other people to know that there's developers in this country.
Yeah, we want to basically
unique
bring
stuff.
like we love first of all because we do it because we love gaming and
That's
everything.
fun. Like
It's fun,
yeah.
but also because we feel the Philippines could use a little more exposure, and we're not getting paid to do this at all. We do this because we
It
love
would
it.
be nice if someone would.
It would be, but we
Don't say that. What's wrong with you?
I think going into these things like a Let's Play thing and going into it saying I'm going to make my living through this is wrong. Do it because you love it, and if it happens to pay you out, then great. But I think entering into it as I'm going to just stay at home and play video games and get paid for it on YouTube.
No, if you plan to do that, just know that it's not easy and takes a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
And I don't think that's the right mentality because there's a difference really when you see someone playing a Let's Play because
as like work.
as work as opposed to someone who like really loves it, like someone who does it for work or Dark Side Phil.
Oh God, Dark Side Phil, no, that guy.
But yeah, that's a perfect way to segue now to like exit this episode.
Can I say one last bit? Because
Fine.
fuck.
Go. I'm
No, because like for me, the reason why I'm doing all this bullshit Dragon War products is because nobody else has info about those products, right?
Yeah.
So you're curious about them. So since no one else is going to put out the info for it, just why not do it myself? Or like the same issue with Region 3 copies of the games here, where we get like codes for DLC that we don't even know we're getting.
Yep.
So it would be nice if someone could supply you the info for it. And if, like what Goku said in Tenkaichi 3, if I won't, who will?
Yeah, that's the same. Just the same also as our focus aside from what you just mentioned about Dragon War and all that. Our YouTube channel is also TMG Blog. We do have Let's Plays, but that's not our primary focus.
It's just easier to do.
It's just to mess around. We don't do much, like majority of edit. But the one thing we are shifting towards is, and as you guys will see it, is checking out the local developers, the events here, and then giving them some kind of exposure. Because we have a lot of talented people here in the Philippines.
And the local media isn't actually doing it justice because they featured the Oculus Rift with the game Kuna on ABS-CBN.
Oh, ABS-CBN, yeah.
And they didn't even mention Oculus Rift throughout the entire piece.
Yeah, it became it was like an arcade thing.
They had no idea what it was.
Yeah, they don't know. Like there's a lot going on here in the Philippines, and we just got our feet wet in terms of like the local events here. We just currently covered, you guys like briefly covered PGF, which is the Pinoy Gaming Festival. We were there for a while, and then we also did the full coverage of ESGS. You can check out our playlist at our YouTube channel, and that is like full coverage of just the local developers. We touched the ones that are not being touched, which is the developers, and because that's also like filled with esports crap and whatnot. So we did that, and you can check that out. And then, of course, what we mentioned a while ago, also the Game Jam, which we will cover as well towards the end. And this is all just because, we like it.
Video games is cool.
Video games are cool. Just me busy.
Video games.
And that's it for the episode. That's it for episode 65. If you guys want to check out our previous episodes, do check it out. Check us out at www.toomuchgaming.net. You can check us out at Facebook and Twitter. Too Much Gaming. Just like us, follow us. We have like constant updates with our YouTube channel, news, the podcast, because we have a podcast episode every Tuesday. If you wanna stay updated on the latest episodes, automatically, you can check us out at Podomatic or iTunes. You can subscribe there. You can also rate and comment if you want. And actually, apparently, like any other ways of like getting podcasts, we can actually be searched.
Do you remember the name of that app?
No, I don't.
Pod something.
Yeah, but apparently someone found us through search.
A different app.
Yeah, so we're legit. I consider us legit at that point.
Another place where we're separated from What's that? The Thoughtful Media Group.
The
The Militia.
Oh,
The Militia Group on
the
iTunes.
Militia Group, which is also TMG. the Militia Group. Anyway. Yeah, you can check it out. We have an episode every Tuesday, every week. So far, we have not missed a beat.
Except for those Christmas
Except
breaks,
for the
which
Christmas,
we
which we
announced.
just went through. Yeah.
Which we always announce.
Yeah, but thanks for listening in, guys. We will have another episode next week. We won't have Will and Feb, though.
Yes,
Yeah, he's going to Germany. Or
I will be in the Netherlands.
Yeah,
You're gonna
see the windmill Gundams from G Gundam.
I don't think they have them anymore.
No, they're in hiding.
Oh, they're in hiding. Well, I can find a windmill. I don't know if it's a Gundam.
It's in hiding.
You know,
That's their secret armor.
I am going to Europe for a month to for my cousin's wedding in the UK, and I'm just making Sue the ticket because the ticket's expensive. So I'll be there gone for a month.
Yeah, but don't worry. It won't be a February filled with just me and Mickey.
We'll get like old
sharing
clips
our
of Will talking and just play it.
Probably. No, but I have a lot planned for the Feb, so I'll be able to fill up that empty big space.
And when I'm back, I'll have plenty of funny stories for you about gaming in Europe. Hopefully.
About
We're
how
gonna
nobody
check out the
buys.
scene there.
Buy all the collector's editions you see. They have the book from Bayonetta.
The German Bayonetta 2.
What do you think about Wolfenstein? Wolfenstein.
What is this Wolfenstein?
Do you have robot dogs? And if you're wondering why the audio sounds like this, it's because we're all together in one room again. Yay!
I think
New
they've
Year,
noticed
guys.
that I was walking around every now and then. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you guys left the.
I left the room at one point. But yeah, that's episode 65. I like doing this, well, quote unquote live because there's no lag.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun actually this way. It's actually better.
Yeah, no amount of nice microphones. Even if we all have nice microphones,
Yeah.
it won't. The lag will also ruin everything.
Yeah, but thanks for listening in. We will see you guys next week. Same day, same crap.
I will give you podcasts for a hamburger today.
See you guys.
Bye.
Deers are stupid.
What is this Wolfenstein?